Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you how to make your own bread at home. Now you'll be thinking to yourself, what is she talking about? She's on a keto diet. She doesn't eat bread. Well, I am not a superhuman. I occasionally eat bread because I really like the taste. And also, my family is not on a keto diet. I'm the only one who's trying the diet at the moment. And so I want to make sure that I give them the best quality food that I can either buy or make myself. Now, with bread in the UK, you can have mixed emotions about it. I've stopped buying bread from supermarkets because I don't feel that the quality of the bread is good. It is full of chemicals, preservatives. It's not something that I want to feed my family. So I just stopped buying bread. And what I do now is once a week, I make a loaf of bread in a bread maker. I'm a busy person. I don't have time. So I cheat totally. It's allowed. I use a bread maker for making bread. And what I tend to do is any leftover bread, I slice and then I put it in the freezer. Because that way, if someone in the family wants to have a slice of toast or have a nice sandwich for lunch or whatever, I have something available for them in the freezer ready to go. So let's take a look at all the ingredients. I'll show you how I do it. It is super simple, and then I'll show you the final result when the bread is ready and it comes out of the bread maker. So in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on these cool videos in the future. So let's take a look how to make it. So what you'll need is you need the scale, okay, set to 0, with a bread pan on top that comes from the bread maker. There's a little paddle inside. Now we'll need your bread. Okay. And then every good bread maker comes with a recipe book. So I'm just using a recipe for a wholemeal loaf. This is, by the way, a Panasonic bread maker. I will put the make and model in the description below if you are interested. So I am making a large loaf. So what I start with is flour. I'm just using organic, strong wholemeal bread flour. This one is M&S. But I tend to mix in half and half, white and wholemeal. So I have some strong, oh, this is going to be heavy. I have some white strong bread flour, you can see that. So I do half and half. This loaf is going to be requiring 500 grams of flour. So let's measure that out. So flour goes in first. That will be 250 grams of, sorry, I work in grams, not cups, I apologize. 250 of wholemeal flour. You can put that to the side. 250 of the white bread flour. When you're making bread, you need to use strong bread flour. Normal flour won't do. It hasn't got enough gluten, I think. So you have to get a strong. So that's 500 now. To top it up, 500 grams. I don't sieve it. Slightly too much. Okay. So that's the flour. Then we add butter, 30 grams of butter. I've already measured that out. Just plain, unsalted, ideally organic butter. Okay. Then 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, you can use any sugar. I found that it really doesn't matter what type of sugar you use. For this particular one, I'm going to use some coconut sugar. I've got it in this jar already, and just measure out 1.5 tablespoons. So that's a tablespoon. Again, the measuring thing came with the bread maker. 1.5. So half is about there. That's about them. Butter, sugar, salt. Salt. This is my favorite salt I use at the moment. Maldon salt, sea salt. I am hoping that this is proper sea salt and that it has some extra goodness in it. Sea salt should have some iodine and some other things in it. So it says 1.5 teaspoon. So the other end of this measuring thing is a teaspoon. So this end, big end, is a spoon, tablespoon, and then the other small end is the teaspoon. So it's 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And close that. And then 300 milliliters of water. Okay, I forgot about the water, so bear with me. I'll come back right in a moment. I'll just measure that out. I hope you are still here. You're still here. 350 milliliters of water. It goes in the pan. I might just cut out that piece. Okay, now that's everything, and then dry yeast. So first of all, I will take that out there. So the yeast, for this particular bread maker, there is a yeast compartment right at the top. Not sure if you can see that. You see that little, there's a little hole there. That's where the yeast goes. And then in this particular model, you also get a little tray here for seeds. So if you wanted to make a seeded loaf, I apologize, my camera is not wide enough for you to see me at the same time. But let's just put the yeast into the little compartment there. And it calls for 1 teaspoon. So again, I'm using the small end. Okay, put that in there. Okay, that's that. And now I put this bread pan as it is. I close the lid on this one, obviously, and open the big lid. And just put that in. It has like a click. Once it clicks, you can't lift it up, you see. And then you close the lid. And now let's plug it in, and in about a few hours time we'll find out what the bread looks like. Now all the ingredients are in the bread pan. Okay, the yeast is in the little compartment there. You see, that's the compartment for the seeds if you were to make a seeded loaf, and it would drop the seeds into the loaf when required. It's really quite clever. And then here is the controls. You can see this bread maker has a lot of options, like a lot of options. I am using wholemeal loaf, large, menu number 7, 5 hours. It's right in the corner there. So 5 hours later, we'll see what the result is. So I need to change the menu. Let's have a look. Change the menu to number 5. 7. Whole wheat, that's it, number 7. I need to change the size of the loaf to large, because now you can see it says large there. And crust I can't change. Timer, you can set a delay. So if I just did this, the bread will be ready 13 hours later. But I want to start my bread now. So 5 hours it will take to make the bread. And then I press go button. That's it. And now we'll fast forward 5 hours later to see what the final result looks like and what it tastes like. The kitchen smells amazing of freshly baked bread. I am dying to see it. I'm sure you are too. So let's take a look. Wow, look at this. It looks fantastic. Smells really good too. So let's take it out and I'll show you what it looks like. You twist the handle like this, and then you lift gently. Okay. It looks fantastic, don't you think? Look at that. And the way you know that the bread is cooked is if you tap it either at the top or underneath, and it makes a hollow noise. then it's ready, like this. That's a good cooked, properly cooked bread. But you leave it on a wire rack to cool down. Don't cut it straight away. I know you want to, and I want to as well, but no, we have to wait until it cools down. And then I'll try it and I'll tell you what it tastes like. I can't wait any longer, so I'm going to cut it. Okay. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. Look how springy it is. See? And the crust. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's try it now with a little bit of butter. I am really looking forward to this. This is a real treat for me because being on a keto diet, I really don't have carbs much at all. Don't have bread or rice or pasta. I really try and reduce the carbs to the minimum. So let's try it and I'll tell you what it tastes like. Oh, this is really good. And I did put some butter on top, lightly salted butter on top. That is delicious. So stop buying bread from supermarkets. They're no good for you. They're full of chemicals. And make your own. Buy a bread maker. Doesn't matter what make and model, and make your own bread. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.